Moved by Councillor Arola, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the regular meeting commenced at the hour of 7 p.m. And be it further resolved that Council acknowledges that we are meeting in the Robinson Superior Treaty Area on lands that have been traditionally used by several Indigenous nations. But we would like to pay special recognition to our closest Indigenous neighbours, the communities of Bittergon, Shinabig, and Pickmober First Nations. We wish to recognize the long history of the First Nations and the Métis people in our region specifically and show respect to them today.
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Hudson?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Moffat. Resolved that the agenda be approved as amended.
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Hudson?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting held on October 14th, 2020 are adopted as circulated.
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Hudson?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. Is there anybody want to bring down either correspondence?
Yes. The letter to Michael Manta about the drive test. I think that's worth elaborating on.
Moved by Councillor Arola, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that correspondence items number 0801 and 0802 be received, and be it further resolved that item number 0801 is that be returned to Council under business for the meeting of October 28th, 2020.
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Hudson?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the minutes of the meeting of the Thunder Bay District Social Service Administration Board held September 17, 2020, regular, and September 17, 2020, closed, be accepted as received.
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Hudson?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the Rural Ontario Municipal Association annual conference is scheduled to be held virtually on January 25th to January 26th, 2020. Is there anybody interested in being involved in that virtual conference?
Through the chair. Yes, I am interested, but right now I'm waiting to find out when my work schedule will change. So I can't definitively give a yes on it right at the moment. When do you need to know by?
Yeah, we didn't have registration deadline by chance, Agent Maynard.
There's an early bird registration deadline. However, after that, there is no real deadline for joining.
And we could put your name down if you want it. Are you
I'm potentially, interested.
Councillor Scapanello, are you interested or no?
No.
No thanks.
Okay, so I'll put down myself, Councillor Arola, and Councillor Hudson. And be it further resolved that the following council and or staff members will attend. And you're...
Yes. And the other, if I may, through the chair, to start to think about any meetings, ministers that you may interested or items you want to bring forward and try and get a delegation for.
Okay.
Be it further resolved that the following council and or staff members will attend. 1, Mayor John McEachern. 2, Councillor David Arola. 3, Councillor Kathy Hudson. 4, Acting CAO Owen Cranny.
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Moffett,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Mayor McEachern.
Yes. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Moffett. Resolved that Council is in receipt of Administration Report TR 2020-13 submitted by Chris Towns, Acting Treasurer, regarding vesting properties in the municipal ownership after a failed tax sale.
We can go back and get the CAO update.
Oh, I missed that. Okay, we'll do that right after.
Thank you. Did anybody have any questions regarding the report as provided?
Through the chair, yes, I do. I see they were advertised pre-COVID, as life now is,
Yep.
and then they were re-advertised. Is there a set time frame that they're supposed to be, and would that two combined be that time frame?
Yeah, after OREG 7320 was implemented and amended by 10620 and amended by 25920 suspending, we picked up where we left off.
Okay.
So if we were 30 days in and there was 80 days, it just continued.
Okay. So it was just a
It
continuation
was just
of
a
the time frame.
continuation from where we had left off.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions, or is it?
No, everything looks good.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
And be it further resolved that upon conclusion of Council's review and consideration, direct staff as follows. Council directs staff to vest the following 15 properties that failed to sell during the tax sale process, and further declares these properties surplus and re-advertise for sale to collect outstanding taxes.
Through the chair, it says 16 in the recommendation.
We had one taken care of
Oh,
in the
okay.
interim.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Moffett,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Mayor McEachern.
Yes. Now, the CAO's update, please.
Thank you, through the chair. At this year's AMO conference, we had a Zoom meeting with the MTO minister and their people. At Mayor McEachern's request, we put forward the issue of brushing along Highway 614. And if anybody's been out the highway lately, you can notice they've done both sides up as far as the corner to RC 17, and it's made it a lot nicer drive. I was out at the corner last week, and certainly a big improvement. And Councillor Hudson has mentioned on her daily drive, it's a lot nicer. So, as council is aware, we've approved the new logo for the municipality, and we've been having kind of a soft launch and implementing that on letterhead and faxes and memos and things. On November 9th at 12 o'clock noon, we'd like to raise the new flag. So if we could have the mayor available and any councillors for that day, Florence will make the arrangements. We'll get the information to you, and we'll do the official flag raising for the new logo at that date and time.
At noon, you said?
Yes, at noon on the 9th of November. Florence is making cookies, I think she said.
I'll bring the hot chocolate.
The next item on the update is, again, EDO is working on the Moonlight Madness with a set date of November 20th, and details will be coming out shortly. The emergency backup generator for the municipal office fire hall has been put in place. We have to do the commissioning now, so we're hoping within a week or so that the unit is up and running and fully operational. So,
Okay. To the chair, just a quick question on that. Is it going to stay as is, or is it going to be fenced and
there's
closed?
a plan for a similar fence like we did around the air conditioning
Okay.
and around the cell tower, similar look type fence.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
thinking
no,
about.
perfect.
And the information that we have from the manufacturer is 30 dBs for a noise level, which is very low. So we're hoping that it stays that quiet, and it sounds that number it is fairly low. So
Okay.
that's good. The Arena Ice Plant has been started as per council's last council meeting. Since that time, we've developed some mechanical problems. Parts have been ordered, so they're getting shipped out of the States to us. Shelley has been in close contact with SIPCO and hoping that we can coordinate the parts. They'll be back in the area. I'm not sure if it's Sunday or something, and they're hoping that we can get things done in a timely manner, get the plant fired back up and get back into service here right away. So she has been pursuing it and trying to coordinate to get everything to fall into place so we can get back up and running right shortly here. We have also hired another full-time person for the rec center, as in the report last time we were short. One person had left, so we have since filled that position, and they're set to start November 9th. The recreation facility parks and master plan is underway. Think Design has initiated scheduling. I'm not sure if they've contacted any at council yet, but they will be contacting you and the mayor for interviews, as well as in the next week they should be looking for external stakeholders for meetings for user groups and individuals and stuff like that. So that process has started. As well as Halloween this weekend, and the Recreation Department has set up a Spooking COVID and Treating Halloween drive-through in front of the rec center on Saturday, the 31st of October, from 5 to 7 in the front loop of the thing. And they have candy and stuff set up for people that don't want to go door to door. They can quite simply go do the drive-through at the front of the rec center. And as well, they are working on the job description and ad for the COVID screener that was approved at the last council meeting as well for the rec department. And we're hoping that we can, some of the programs that are halted due to the lack of that process, we can look at again and hopefully get some things underway there. So,
Perfect.
thank you.
Thank you. And the next is administration report.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Chair. The report in front of you is a brief update on the Lakeshore Natural Gas Project, but it is more of a recommendation and a request to engage in public relations and the public relations strategy to lobby the provincial government to consider and approve the application that went in for $38 million to support the natural gas project in the 5 communities. So in the recommendation, there's a number of ways that we can make the project better known. And so one is contacting the Premier's office directly. Another is a meeting with the Minister of Energy, Northern Development and Mines. And the other is to put information in the local papers to encourage others to support the project, as well as have MPP Mike Mantha advocate on our behalf in Queen's Park. So it is at this time really important that we do push and we do lobby the government for that money, and it would make the project a lot more viable if we were able to secure those funds. And there's updated dates in there in terms of the infrastructure and construction. So you see we are starting to push it back to fully operational in 2024, but that construction would commence in the coming summers.
Any questions?
Yeah, through the chair. So that project right now, is it on hold? Is it stopped, or is it coming along as planned?
So right now it's in the hands of the Ontario Energy Board, and they did provide a conditional approval of the project, and it required another stage of business planning for us to provide to them, which has been complete. The Ontario Energy Board has the application. They're also the ones who are reviewing the funding applications and will make recommendations to the Ministry of Energy. So we are on target in terms of all the delays that we did experience, and one of the big ones was COVID.
Okay, and also for this lobbying that you're asking for, is that all 5 communities are going to be asked to lobby the government?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So we would do our part
Right.
in that, and the other communities would as well.
Okay.
They might look a bit different. I think if we were to get a meeting with the Premier or the Minister of Energy, we certainly would reach out to the other municipalities to participate in that call.
Okay. Thank you.
The consultant has done a good job and has prepared speaking notes and documents as reference and bullet points for council to use if you happen to be going somewhere or whatever. It would probably be good to get with Florence and review the message that needs to go forward on behalf of the program.
Yeah.
We do expect to hear more about the projects that are approved under that fund by December. But in the event that is delayed, that this might be a project that we might want to bring forward at Roma.
Mr. Rickford?
Yeah.
Okay, so I said, we go ahead with the recommendations to write a letter.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay, I'll read the resolution. And be it further resolved that upon conclusion of Council's review and consideration, direct staff as follows. Council direct staff directed the Honourable Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario, to advocate for the government's support for the funding application made by Lakeshore Natural Gas to the Natural Gas Expansion Program, and further that Council support Mayor McEachran to write a letter to the editor of both the Chronicle Journal, Thunder Bay, and the Sault Star, Sault Ste. Marie newspapers, publicly advocating for the government supporting the application for Lakeshore Natural Gas to the Natural Gas Expansion Program, and further that Council directs staff to set up a virtual meeting with MPP Michael Mantha to advocate in Queen's Park on behalf of the residents and businesses of Manitowoc for the approval of the application from North Shore Natural Gas to the Natural Gas Expansion Program. Further that Council directs staff to set up a virtual meeting with the Honourable Greg Redford, Minister of Energy, Northern Development and Mines, to discuss and advocate for the approval of the application from North Shore Natural Gas to the Natural Gas Expansion Program.
Councillor Rolla?
Yes.
Councillor Hudson?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello?
Yes.
Mayor McEachran?
Yes. Councillor Moffat, you asked to bring down 0801.
Yes, thank you. About the drive test, I don't know if any of you have had the opportunity to go do drive test. It is pathetic. When they were here last on September 22nd, I myself was there for, 2 to 3 hours to ask one question, and they told me to phone the number. Okay? There were people in there sitting there at 8 o'clock and were told to go home at lunchtime and come back after lunch. That is not a way to serve the public. So, do they need more people, more staff, or more times to come to this community? Again, even when I was in Thunder Bay one time, the lineup at the drive test there was all the way out down the sidewalk. So this is not just a problem here in this community, it's a problem everywhere. So that's just something that, we should really get on and advocate for better service for drive tests all the way around.
Yeah, the mayor's group from the East has been fighting this for the last 12 years. But maybe we should have a resolution from this town that we can have and ask the mayor's group and NOMA to advocate on our behalf, and also maybe get a letter off to Mike Mantha to ask him to help us again.
Yes,
if he can. So,
I totally agree with that, because the service should be improved. Come here monthly, or one real good point in his letter is saying that they won't come here due to bad road conditions. Well, they're the same people that are in charge of the winter roads. So does that make sense?
Yes.
Seriously. Okay, anyway, thank you.
Yeah, and we will. We'll prepare a resolution for the next meeting that we can approve.
Okay, thanks.
Next item is moving into closed session. Moved by Councilor Moffat, seconded by Councilor Hudson, whereas Section 239.4 of the Municipal Act 2001 SO 2001 C25 provides that before holding a meeting or part of a meeting that is closed to the public, a municipality or local board or committee of either of them shall state by resolution the fact of holding of the closed meeting and the general nature of the matter to be considered at the closed meeting. Now therefore be resolved that this meeting is hereby closed to the public as the subject matter being discussed falls under the following section. 01 Section 239.2b, personnel matters about an identifiable individual including municipal or local board employees, staff matters.
We can just stay here if council sees that, we might can stay on the phone. Or Chris can just shut the sound system down and we can do this from here.
We're done?
Certainly.
Councilor Arrola?
Yes.
Councilor Hudson?
Yes.
Councilor Moffat?
Yes.
Councilor Scapanello?
Yes.
Mayor McFetrich?
Yes.